Question number 28. Let's look at the details of the question. They have given basic sales as 2 lakh units and they've asked us to find out the entire income statement if the 2 lakh units sold is increased by 25%. That is 25% on the basic sold units. Let's look at it. Units sold, the base units are 2 lakh units. What if it's increased by 25%? I have given in the bracket, basic is 2 lakh. If I increase it by 25%, the 25% value is 50,000 rupees. So 2 lakh plus 50, total sales units made is 2 lakh 50,000 units. So under these both circumstances, when sales are made 2 lakh units and when sales are made 2 lakh 50, under both circumstances we need to calculate our income statement. Let's find out the sales. The question is given, each unit is sold at the rupees 10. So 2 lakh into 10, 20 lakh, 2 lakh 50,000 into 10, 25 lakh rupees is the total sales made by the company. Variable cost is given at 5 rupees per unit. So 5 rupees into 2 lakh units, 10 lakh. 5 rupees into 2 lakh 50 units is 12 lakh 50,000. Fixed cost will remain unchanged, 2 lakh 54, both the circumstances. Let's look at the capital here. The company has equity share capital of rupees 100 each, 5 lakh. So 20% debenture of rupees 5 lakh and retained earnings of rupees 50,000. So what we need to observe here is find out the number of equity shares and what is the amount of interest we pay. 20% on 5 lakh will amount to interest rupees 1 lakh and number of equity shares 5 lakh divided by 100 we arrive at 5,000 equity shares. So number of equity shares, if you find out 5 lakh divided by 100 we arrive at 5,000 equity shares. So from the existing capital we got 2 points, number of equity shares 5,000 and interest paid is 1 lakh rupees. So let's begin our income statement. As I told, 2 columns, there is basic sales units when you are making 2 lakh units of sale and then increase of 25%, that is 2 lakh 50,000 units of sold. Either you can write this as heading or you can just write here 2 lakh units sold and 2 lakh 50 units sold, whatever is comfortable to you. Now given sales as we found out in working notice 20 lakh and 25 lakh. Fixed cost again we have written 10 lakh and 12 lakh 50. We carry forward that called as contribution stands at 10 lakh and 12 lakh 50,000 rupees. Fixed cost is given in the question 2 lakh 50 as it is. So once we reduce that, deduct that, we arrive at earnings before interest and tax 7 lakh 50,000 and 10 lakh rupees. Interest we just found out under working note number 1 lakh rupees. So on both the sides it's going to be 1 lakh and we arrive at earnings before tax 6 lakh 50,000 rupees and 9 lakh rupees. Tax we assume it as 50%, so half of that 3 lakh 25, 4 lakh 50, the same carry forward, the rest 50. Preference dividend is nil. Reason being, in the question we only have equity, debenture and retained earnings. We do not have preference capital. That's why there is no preference dividend as well. So the same balance will be carried forward. So our earnings available to equity shareholders are 3 lakh 25,000 when sales are made 2 lakh units and 4 lakh 50,000 when sales are made 2 lakh 50,000 units. So number of equity shares also we found out under working note 5,000 equity shares. EPS stands at 65 rupees and 90 rupees. So when sales are made 2 lakh units we arrive at EPS of rupees 60. When sales units are increased, automatically my EPS also is increasing by 90 rupees. After this, so let's find out the 3 different leverages: operating, financial leverage, financial and combined leverage for both the scenarios. Okay, the first one is when sales are 2 lakh, second one is when sales are 2 lakh 50,000. So let's find out all the 3 leverages. Operating leverage formula is contribution divided by EBIT, financial leverage formula is EBIT divided by EBT and combined leverage formula is contribution divided by EBT. So answers are for operating leverage 1.33 and 1.25, financial leverage 1.15 and 1.11, combined leverage it is 1.53 and 1.39. Accordingly, when you put values, these are the answers you get. Next up, we have question number 29. So we're going to first look at the working notes, because the question is asking us to find out EBIT at 12% of the total capital of the company. And then they have three plans to be checked or to be found out the EPS of each plan accordingly. So let's start with our working note number 1, finding out EBIT. So existing capital is equity at rupees 20 lakh, retained earnings at rupees 10 lakh, 9% preference share at rupees 12 lakh, 7% debenture at rupees 8 lakh. So this is just given in the question, written here. Total it up, we have 50 lakh rupees, and then the company wants a needed capital or extra capital of rupees 25 lakh. So adding 50 lakh plus 25 lakh, the total capital of the company is 75 lakh rupees. So EBIT is 12% on 75 lakh. I arrive at 9 lakh as my EBIT, earnings before interest and tax for the company. Second working note is about the three different plans. So first plan, they've asked issue 20,000 equity shares at a premium of 25 rupees per share. So we already looked at this kind of problem, question number 18, if you remember. So 25 rupees is the premium. What is the base price? Base price is given in the question as rupees 100. So basic price plus the premium price, it becomes 125 rupees. So 20,000 equity shares multiplied by each share is 125 rupees. You arrive at back at 25 lakh rupees. Plan 2, issue the entire 25 lakh under 10% preference share capital. So I'm just going to find out my preference dividend. 10% on 25 lakh is 2,50,000 rupees. Third plan is 8% debenture. Interest is 8% on 25 lakh rupees is 2 lakh rupees. So this is your working note number 2, plan 1 equity, plan 2 preference, and plan 3 debenture. So working note number 3 and 4. Working note 3 talks about the calculation of expenditure. Since this question has existing capital, also preference and debenture that I mentioned here, 7% debenture 8 lakh, 9% preference share 12 lakh. This is the existing capital. These expenditures will be added on to the needed capital expenditure. Now here 7% on 8 lakh debenture interest is rupees 56,000. That will be common for all the plans. 9% on 12 lakh, that is preference dividend, is rupees 1,08,000. That will be added for all the years, I mean to all the plans. So that will remain common. In the new capital, under plan 1, is there interest or is there preference dividend? No, we only have equity. Therefore, it is nil and the balance will be same. Second is we are raising the needed capital by preference share capital. So we are going to only have preference dividend. According to working note number 2, we have found out it is 2,50,000 rupees. That is 10% on 25 lakh rupees. So the total of interest is 56. Total of preference dividend, adding these both, arrive at 3,58,000. My final plan, the existing will remain common. The new is I am raising the third plan by interest or debenture capital, where I have to pay interest. So that is 8% on 25 lakh rupees according to working note number 2 is 2 lakh rupees. So I'm going to total it up, 2,50,000 and 1,08,000. So this completes your calculation of expenses. Moving on to the last working note calculation of expenses. Existing capital, if you can divide the total capital 20 lakh divided by 100 rupees per share, you will arrive at 20,000 equity shares. And in the under plan 1, that is the new capital, it is said in the question, issue 20,000 equity shares at the premium of 25 rupees per share. So the 20,000 shares is mentioned there. I'm just going to add it up. So under plan 1, 20 and 20 will make 40,000 equity shares. Under plan 2 and under plan 3, there is no equity. Therefore, it is 0 and 0. My existing, that is 20,000 equity shares, remain common for all the three. Say for the total of second plan is 20k and third plan is also 20,000. So this is the calculation of equity shares for all the 3 plans. So we have completed all the 4 working notes. We'll move on to the income statement now. So we have completed our 4 working notes and then we will be moving to income statement. So particulars and 3 plans. We're starting with EBIT. Remember, we found out 12% of our total capital structure on 75 lakh. It came up to 9 lakh rupees each. So we deducted interest 56,000 and 2 lakh 56, and we arrive at earnings before taxation 8 lakh 44 for the first 2 plans and 6 lakh 44 for the third plan. And then we deducted tax at 50% rate, so half of that, and then the rest 50% will be carried forward. And then we deduct preference dividend 1 lakh 8,000, 3 lakh 58 and 1 lakh 8,000. So finally we arrive at earnings available to equity shareholders 3 lakh 14,000, 64,000 and 2 lakh 14,000. Number of equity shares as per working note number 4, we found out it is 40,000 equity shares under plan 1, 20 and 20,000 equity shares as per plan 2 and 3. So EPS is earnings divided by number of equity shares, we arrive at 7.85 rupees, 3.2 rupees and 10.7 rupees. Understood? So this is the income statement. The last point, the question is given you, it is estimated that the PE ratios are, PE means profit earning ratios. So they've estimated if they for equity, preference and debenture capital. So plan 1 was equity, plan 2 was preference and plan 3 was debenture. In case we take up one of these plans as a part of our needed capital, then our profit earning ratios might be 21 rupees, 17 and 13.7 is what they have mentioned. So we need to find out what is the market price of this share. Okay, it's just an estimation. What is the market price of the share? The formula for market price is EPS multiplied by PE ratio. Market price equals to EPS multiplied by PE ratio. EPS we have found out, PE ratio is given in the question, so we just have to multiply it according to the plan. Plan 1, 7.85 multiplied by 21.4, we arrive at 168 rupees, so it's basically 167.99, so I'm just round it up to 168. Plan 2, 3.2 here, multiplied by 17 given in the question, we arrive at 54.4 rupees. And the last one, 10.7 multiplied by 13.7 gives us the answer, same 167.99. I have just rounded up to 168 rupees. So if you observed, both plan 1 and 3 has the same market price. So the price of my share in the market is the same, 168 as per both the plans. But what I need to find out is what is the earnings per head as per equity shareholder. Here if we can observe which is the best plan here, 10.7 that goes to third plan, that is raising my needed capital using debentures. So what we can observe or what we can conclude from both these calculations here is plan number 3 is the highest comparatively, and if you see the market price is the same for first plan and the third plan. So we need to make sure our market price is also highest in terms of my market, in terms of industry, and also my owners are getting the maximum benefit. If I go for plan 1, because anyways it's the same price, here my earnings is going to drop. Okay, so the conclusion of this problem is plan 3 is the best. So you have to write a conclusion, as EPS is highest under plan 3, that is 10.7 compared to the other plans, it is suggested the company should raise its needed capital using the plan number 3.